What's up, Rockstars? Welcome to my kitchen. My name is Deborah, and I'm so happy to be here with you. Happy New Year. This is my first video and recipe that I'm sharing in 2024. I've got lots of exciting stuff planned for this year, so I'm so grateful that you're here. Please follow my channel and like this video if you're new here. My name is Deborah. I am a holistic plant-based chef and a former juice bar owner and a nutrition coach and health coach. So I have created this channel to share simple, easy to make at home, very healthy recipes that are gonna boost your energy, give your body all that really vibrant nutrition that we need to function, and help to reduce risk of chronic illness, help you to stay vibrant and in balance as you go through your busy day. So today I'm gonna make an Egyptian lentil soup, and I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. But before I dive into today's recipe, I wanna make sure that I tell you about Sakara's January Reset. So I am a nutrition coach, and I'm also an ambassador for a company called Sakara Life, and they make deliverable metabolism-focused meal plans. So there's a link below. You can check out all the good stuff about them, but they're hosting 2 January resets, and there are 2 more days that you can join. You can get a 20% discount when you use my code XODEB at checkout. So go check that out. Check out their resets. I'm actually doing it right now, so I'm very excited about that. Let's get into today's recipe. It's an Egyptian lentil soup. So my husband and I were very fortunate. We were able to go to Egypt in November of 2023. And on that trip, all the food was amazing. The Egyptians are well known for their spices. There's always just rich, colorful, vibrant spices everywhere you go. And one of the meals that I could not get enough of was lentil soup. And I kept saying, why is it so good? Why is it so much richer and creamier? What is making this lentil soup so much more delicious than any lentil soup I've ever had? And I think that it's just a combination of the right balance of healthy fat that they use in the dish and spices. And they also sometimes include like a little bit of coconut cream at the end. So let's look at the ingredients and get started. So to make this Egyptian lentil soup, all you're gonna need are 1 large carrot. I've got my carrot here, 4 cloves of garlic, 2 shallots, or you can use a medium yellow onion. That's what I'm using. We're gonna need 2 cups of lentils. You could use any kind of lentils, brown, green, red, or black, but typically this recipe is made with either brown lentils like the ones I have here or red. Red will cook a lot faster, so you can shave 5 to 7 minutes off of your cook time. Okay, and then we're gonna need the spices. 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 teaspoons of paprika. I've already measured that out. And then we're gonna use 1 teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of black pepper. We're also gonna need a tablespoon of either full fat butter, unsalted, or you can use olive oil, which I'm gonna use today because I don't eat dairy. You could also use ghee, which is a purified butter. So today I'm gonna use olive oil, but for those of you who do consume dairy, unsalted full fat butter, I think, is what makes the Egyptian lentil soup really creamy. And then finally, we're gonna need 4 cups of water. And then at the end, when the soup is finished, to garnish, we will need coconut milk if you want to just drizzle a little bit on top. You could also use a cashew cream for vegans. You could also, a squirt of lemon, a little bit of lemon juice as like an acid to citrus, give that a little bit of a zing. Cilantro, freshly cut, sprinkled on top, and maybe a little crushed red pepper to give it a little heat. So those are all possible garnishes at the end. Okay, so the steps could not be more simple. Step 1, we're gonna prep our vegetables. So because we're gonna be sauteing these vegetables, we can do them in large chunks. So I'm just doing my onion in big, large quarters like that. It doesn't need to be any more refined than that. And with my carrot, same thing, big chunks, large enough to cook down inside my cook pot, but I don't need to spend a lot of time prepping them. With the garlic, you really just need to peel the garlic. If you want to give them a little bit of a chop, you can. I'll just do a quick little chop. That's it for prep. So the next step is gonna be to heat our oil or butter over a medium flame. If you're using butter, just let it melt all the way to the end. If you're using oil, just give it a minute so it starts to really heat up. Step 2 is going to be to add the carrots, the onions, and the garlic to the cook pot and stir them for 2 to 3 minutes until they start to soften. Your onions will become translucent and your carrots will start to get nice and soft. Step 3, we're going to add our lentils and all of our spices, and we're going to let all of that cook together in the cook pot for about 4 to 5 minutes. So at this stage, you're kind of forming a roux at the bottom of the pot. So it's okay if it gets a little bit sticky. The spices are gonna combine with the aromatics and the carrots and the vegetables and create the base of the soup. Step 4 is obvious, we're gonna add our water. So after about 4 to 5 minutes of letting the aromatics, the carrot, and the spices and the lentils really kind of marinate together, we're gonna add our water. We're going to turn the heat all the way up to high, bring the water to a boil, and then as soon as it's boiling, we'll turn it down to simmer, and we're gonna set a timer for 15 to 20 minutes. If you're using red lentils, you're probably good with 15 minutes. If you're using brown lentils, I'd recommend going for 20 minutes. Okay, so step 5 of making this Egyptian lentil soup is gonna be to immersion blend the soup. So basically, you want to just check your lentils and make sure that they're nice and soft and tender. So while they're cooking, you can stir them a little bit and check on them. But basically, after 15-20 minutes, they should be cooked thoroughly and we can go ahead and blend. So if you don't have an immersion blender, you can also transfer all of the contents of your soup into a regular blender and blend it that way, but immersion blending makes it so much easier. By the way, if you don't have an immersion blender, I swear by mine. I use it all the time for soups and for cake mixes and things like that. You can check below. I'll throw a link in the description to my favorite immersion blender. Okay, let's blend. So you can decide how much you want to blend your soup. If you like it a little chunkier, you can leave some of the lentils whole or some of the carrot pieces whole. But I love the idea of fully blending this soup so that it's just a really creamy, rich, simple soup. And it's time to serve. I'm gonna garnish mine with a little bit of fresh cilantro, a squeeze of a lemon, and 1 shake of crushed red pepper. Guys, it's so good. I hope you make this recipe and love it as much as I do. Remember, lentils provide tons of protein for your body, really necessary nutrient, and they're also loaded with other great minerals and vitamins such as folate, iron, potassium, and vitamin B6. So adding lentils in regular rotation in your meal plan is a really great way to support your health and consume more plants. If you make this recipe, definitely let me know how it came out. It's delicious. I hope you love it, and until I see you next week, may you be vibrant.